In my early 20s and 30s, the one rule that I broke to get where I am is be patient. I was never patient. I didn't have the luxury to be patient. I had to always go, go, go. I didn't have the luxury to make mistakes. I was kind of alone in doing what I'm doing. I didn't really have other business people or entrepreneurs in my family. It was kind of like I was figuring things out for the first time, and I did not have a lot of people to ask, what should I do? So I basically just plowed through. I didn't have the luxury to wait. I didn't have the luxury to be patient. I didn't have the luxury to be calm. These were not options for me. But today, as I do business, as I do bigger business, as I deal with bigger deals, one thing that I'm recognizing is that I will not be able to get to bigger places with the way that I had been operating. So I have to change my perspective, my outlook, the way that I operate to do bigger things. And one of those perspectives is patience. Another one of those perspectives is really, really paying attention to the universe and the messages that the universe sends my way. And that brings the question of when I'm speaking with my coworkers, when I'm speaking with people that I mentor, when I'm speaking with my family members, my nephews, my nieces, my cousins, my brother, my sister-in-law, am I sharing my wisdom or am I sharing what has actually worked for me? There's a big difference, because what has worked for me necessarily might not be the wisdom that my niece or my nephew requires to excel in their lives in any fashion, in any shape or form. So one way of resolving that conflict is essentially experience sharing instead of sharing the wisdom. I think there's big differences there as well. If I say something like, look, this is what has worked for me. It doesn't mean it's gonna work for you, but I'm going to share this experience with you instead of telling you what to do. Because let's face it, people love to tell you what to do. I love to tell people what to do. Hey, this is what you should do. This is where you should go. This is the tool that you should use. Because let's face it, I'm a consultant. I'm an expert in what I do, but it doesn't mean that it's going to always work for the other person, because you have to make your own decisions. You have to make your own business decisions that might or might not work for you. My wisdom might not be the ladder that you need to climb to achieve your conclusion. And the reason that I came to that conclusion is because I'm not right every time. I'm wrong about a lot of things. But my superpower is being able to pivot and being able to fail and just keep going. So if I make a mistake, I don't dwell, I keep going. Not everybody is built that way. So I'm not really doing you a favor when I share my wisdom with you and when I tell you what you should exactly do, because if you do it or if you don't do it and you fail, you might not be able to get up like me. So where does that leave us? And I think this is the primary distinction between successful people, people who have found success in business or a certain area in their lives. They look at other people and they say, well, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. This is why you're not successful. But it's a different formula. It's a different combination. It's a different permutation. So here's the mind. Am I really helping you when I share my wisdom with you? Or is my combination causing you to fail because you believe in me and you know that I am the true source of information? And guess what? That's the trick, because I follow my own advice sometimes and I fail. But I'm able to pivot, I'm able to get up and keep going because I don't care about failing. So if I put you on the right path, how do I know that you have the same resilience to be able to keep going even if you fail with or without my advice? That's the question. And my success level does not have to be your success level. How do you actually measure success? Is it with how much money you're making, how happy you are, how in peace you are, how powerful your relationships are, how many friends you have? I mean, I have 3 to 5 friends. If you have 50 friends, does that mean you're more successful at friendship than I am? I feel like most financially successful people gauge their level of success in terms of how many people say yes to them. Is that success or is that ego? Are people saying yes to you all the time because you're great at what you do and you're incredibly successful? Or are they saying yes because you got money? There's a difference. So I think that success has nothing to do with how much money you make. I think success has to do with how many people you're able to impact with the money or without the money. I know a lot of people who don't have a lot of money, but they have a lot of impact. And I've always thought like this. I've always thought that if you're really passionate about what you do and you're great at what you do, you'll make money. Money is the byproduct, right? I don't think like that anymore in my 40s. I think there's a level of success and wisdom and expertise that actually supersedes money. At that level, money becomes insignificant. Yeah, you might have it or you might not have it, but it doesn't matter. It just becomes an energy and it becomes like a paradox. Like you need money when you need it, but you don't need it anymore all of a sudden because you've made it. It's not about money. It's kind of like, look at Kim Kardashian and some other, like money is not an object anymore. They're playing it at a different level, but is that because they're very, very successful or did they really get good at what they do?